Welcome to JJ's Film Frame, where we jumble up films and remember them in a not so serious manner. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy. The selection for today is Ridley Scott's Legend, 1985. Okay, let's go! A classic fairy tale with a familiar dynamic. The story is set in a well-known Romeo and Juliet dynamic. Here it is portrayed by a maiden princess and a poor boy. We do not get much of the backstory, neither of the princess, played by Mia Sara, 18 at the release date, nor of the savage boy, played by a 20-year-old Tom Cruise. The Two Realms. We are introduced to a bipolar world composed of the light world, peaceful, dreamy, lots of opulent lush green, and the dark world, fiery hot and steamy, full of glitter and darkness. And as the logic of the dualistic good versus bad goes, the dark force wants to take over the light force. The meeting of Princess Lily and Jack. We see a strolling Princess Lily who meets up with the lowest budget Tarzan I've ever seen. His name is Jack, by the way. Seemingly, they already know each other, and we do not learn why or how. They mingle in the woods, going deeper into the woods. Oh, is that some kinky shit? Unfolds, and we are met with a dreamy landscape. The rise of the darkness. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that necessary side plot. The darkness will shadow the light world, and we are introduced to some dark flunkies. Finally, the story sets off. The unicorn incident. Of course, very common in the 80s, there are unicorns, and they would be treated as angelic, holy creatures from heaven. By the way, do you remember these glow-in-the-dark puzzles? Exactly like that. Back to the plot. Being a princess, she acts like the biggest brat ever and wants to touch the unicorns. Tarzan, being cautious, yells, "Lily, no!" As I mentioned, being a dumb brat who does not listen, we are hit with the
catastrophe mode.
I only wanted to touch one. Let me sing to you.
the ring toss. Oh wait! First, we have another classic scene where the princess throws away her ring. She needs to be married, and whoever finds the ring catches the bait.
Why are you running?
Jackson, her love interest, runs after the ring like a poor little dog would perform. Simultaneously, whoopsie, some bad stuff happens, and the darkness comes around. I am not getting into too much detail about what really happened. The good world has turned into a cold, fake snowy landscape, where no one needs to be warm in winter as some of the characters are loosely dressed.
I am the champion. Gump became the mighty battle elf, and I became Jackman, the most powerful man in the Legendverse.
So, the stupid little nature boy fake Tarzan has a mission now. He meets some fairy tale creatures, an elf doing an 11-yard stare, a goofy dwarf duo, and an orb. They tell him to stop the darkness. He must be the champion. Finally, poor little Tarzan gets his glow up. He's equipped with the hero's non-negotiable sword, some armor, and missing pants for some reason. The journey to the castle of
The beast.
So, the snowborn champ and his companions, including the now-known morphing orb Una, who has some questionable scenes later in the movie. They take the shortest route through the obligatory campy swamp.
Ugly. I hate it.
To the castle or so. I don't think it's the underworld. They enter that tree trunk. Being in-game for 2 minutes, the stony floor space breaks off and they fall right into the beast's dungeon. The good dudes are imprisoned in the kitchen's jail. The ogre chef and the escape.
Let's face it, brothers. Me and you all is barbecue. Barbecue? That's right, barbecue.
We are introduced to the chef of the kitchen, a heavy-breathing ogre right on the looks is for his next ingredient. The group can hide under some layers of straw, but their neighbor couldn't unmake it. The inmate fell prey and was captured by the chef. Next, opinionated. We have to witness the weirdest scene in the whole movie between Una and Jack. Done with that, the fairy helps them escape the cell. The search for the unicorn. Let's find the princess and the unicorn. They run through some steamy passages and then split up into teams. Goodbye, Brandhelm and Screwball. Yeah, somewhere between the lines, like I'm doing right now, it is told that the last unicorn is part of the prophecy. Now to the sequence we have all been waiting for. The transformation of Princess Lily to a dark queen, kind of. The dancing scene was delightful to watch, serving in that fabulous dress. And this has been said tons of times before and I have to reiterate here. All the scenery, the costumes and the makeup are pitch perfect. I would recommend Legend simply because of the supreme artistic work. Wrapping up. And being a fairy tale, there will be a hero who will fight against the darkness and rise to the light. Everyone needs to be living happily ever after. The good dudes finally arrive in the flight of the devil and witness a gruesome scene. Tarzan Tobu ends the boss fight and finds himself almost spiked between the beast's horns.
What have we here? A little boy.
They also had a plan in petto to blend the beast with daylight. The beast is being vacuumed by an escape route corridor. The devil tries to resist, the nails clinging to the walls, scratching and screeching, which was a cool detail in my opinion. And poof! The beast is catapulted into the far, far away. The return to normalcy. The princess is done with her dark fantasy era. She's transformed back into her innocent persona again. She casually wakes up after a dream state and is a little tired and confused. Also, Tarzan stripped off his golden glittery disco dress and is back to his boho style. The ending. So, this is where the film kind of ends. Tarzan dives again to find the ring to put it on Lily's finger. Lily puts the ring back on Tarzan's pinky. Then they make out. My best guess, they will marry. Then Lily asks Tarzan, "Can I come back tomorrow?" And he replies, "Yes," or something similar to that. All the so-called good mythical creatures of the woods wave goodbye. Then he runs out of the scene into the fairy tale jungle. And this is how the story ends. My friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will drop by again next time. Auf Wiedersehen and bye bye.
Fashion Tarzan, he's a model baby. Squat, squat for me. Squat for me. Fashion Tarzan, fashion Tarzan, he's a model baby. Squat, closer.